In this video, I'm going to teach you how to use the Kids and Parent Guide at home. This is a really important tool that you can use as parents at home with your kids to kind of further develop their own spiritual growth and that for you as well as a parent. So here's how it would work. What we'd encourage you to do is to sit down with your kids, go to the link, watch the video that corresponds with the guide, and watch it as a family. And you see that in our first step is a box with some fill in the blanks, and this is just a great way for you and your kids to fill in the right answers as they go. There is an answer key at the very bottom of the page in case you miss one or two things. That happens. And fill in that first box. And this really represents the biblical truth of the lesson. These are the main points we want you to get from the lesson, both you and the kids. And so once you've watched the video and you've filled in your blanks, you would move down to the next step. In number 2, you see a series of questions. And what we really encourage you to do as parents is to go through those questions with your kids. And it works best to watch the video and then go right to the questions so it's fresh in your mind. And this is a great opportunity for you to have conversation as a family. Those questions are meant to create conversation for you as parents at home with your kids. You know, to think about, well, how does this biblical truth that we learned in the video, how does it apply personally in our own lives? How do your kids, have to wrestle with some of those things? And it's great for you as parents to hear how they apply it or how they think about it. And it's great for you as parents to kind of go beyond maybe the question a little bit and talk about, for each kid, something unique about them or something they're going through at school that you can kind of start to apply that specifically to their situation. But the whole point of going into the step 2 is getting those questions is to talk about it and to really start to wrestle with how does that apply in each of our own lives. And then if you move over to the third area, you see a memory verse that comes with every lesson that we give. And what we encourage is that you start at the first of the week, watch your video, do your questions, and then review the memory verse. And if you have younger kids at home, it's okay to break that memory verse up into just a few words at a time, and each day of the week kind of build on it till you get to the whole verse by the end of the week. And the idea, again, is for your kids and for us as parents, right? To memorize the Bible is so important. Some of those verses are going to come back in their lives, and they'll be able to remember. I remember where it said this in the Bible because it was a memory verse that they had memorized maybe a few years before. So introduce the memory verse, and that would be something you come back to every day throughout the week, just to make sure, repetition's important. And then you see that we give you 3 bonus readings and a question that goes with each one. And we include that because we don't want families to feel like you can only visit the Kid and Parent Guide for one day. You watch the video, you do the questions, and then you're done. What we want is it to be something that you revisit throughout the week. So like I said, after you watch your video and do your questions, you don't need to repeat that particular part. But to memorize the verse and to keep coming back to the verse every day is a great thing, whether it's before the kids go to school at breakfast or before they go to bed, like let's do our memory verse. But then each day of the week or 3 more days throughout the week, choose one of those bonus readings, read it as a family, and then answer the question. And again, the whole point is just to create some more conversation. Because at the end of the day, our goal is that more of the Bible is getting into all of our lives in a practical way. That isn't just something that we hear, but it's something that we apply and something that we want to act on. And so the questions kind of help you as parents to start talking to your kids and wrestling with how are we going to take this biblical truth we learned from this lesson in the video, how are we going to start to make that personal in each of our lives? So use the Kids and Parent Guide at home. It's a great tool and it'll help create some great conversations for you as a family and get you focused on what the Bible has to say and how it can change each of your lives.